who is the Titan of this pool. I think a lot of people actually have SHUTO winning the entire tournament, but Seoul actually was able to take it over SHUTO 2-0.
Well, he's been building confidence in his gameplay since day one, so hopefully he's going to blossom into a thing I like to call a flower here, because he is using a toxic one.
But the toxic bloom, as they say, right?
Should be fine here, especially after what he done for the comeback, like you said, against SHUTO. He's got another SHUTO to go up against. Damn, say SHUTO and SHUTO 5 times fast. That's crazy. I just realized what I said.
SHUTO, 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 SHUTO.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you the props. All right, they're going straight in here. No button checks, and Seoul is off to an exhilarating start here, getting that frame advantage and putting Kusanagi in a dangerous spot in the corner, Sherry.
Yeah, I do think, funny enough, Kusanagi, I think, has a lot of experience because he plays against Broski. But as we mentioned, every player plays their character differently. So although he might be familiar with the a.k.i. matchup, the way that Seoul approaches the matchup is going to be different than how Broski approaches this matchup.
Well, Seoul already introduced the entrapment command grab there to take the round. No parry from Kusanagi, no DP on wake up either. So I think he's trying to assess how Seoul is going to play in neutral in general before he actually piles on the pressure. And he's going to get that Nightshade chaser there to chase him down.
Plus frames catches him walking back with a low forward for Kusanagi. I think the way that this matchup is going to go is whoever is on the offense, because I think once both players get their offense off, they are both very aggressive.
Well, the thing is, Kusanagi might be a little bit more passive and defensive to see how often Seoul's going to drive rush and use EX moves to pile on that pressure. Because Seoul's very excessive with his drive gauge usage, so when he's low, he becomes a little bit more tentative because he knows that. So Kusanagi's going to have to take advantage of that and then try and burn him out, which is what we can see on our screens right now. Let's see if he gets the burnout, Sherry.
Okay, the Seoul ready with the roundhouse anti-air. Kusanagi is trying, they're both in the yellow, but just like that with the whiplash, Seoul is able to take game 1 with the level 3.
Well, he's starting to show us his finest work with the magnum opus there, and Seoul is taking game 1, and Kusanagi another game that makes him closer and closer, cemented to the bottom of this table. If you're gonna go down swinging, good sir.
Let's take it to the last game, at least, right?
That's what we want.
Yep. Introducing the drive rush overhead for the first time too, and it does catch Kusanagi, puts him in the corner, was poisoned for a little second now. But look at the spacing that Seoul has. You can see how comfortable he is in this matchup.
Yeah, if you look at this in comparison to day 1, this is night and day. The confidence is building. Try to get a delay there just in case of a button or a DP, and he will close out that round with a medium slash there.
Yeah, and just the way that Seoul is approaching the neutral, and even when he has the spacing against Kusanagi, he's not allowing Kusanagi to get these heavies off of him. As I say that while Kusanagi does 3 solar plexes in a row, funny enough, but Seoul just seems to have a good read on kind of when Kusanagi wants to press his buttons out, and he's closing in on that distance to stop Kusanagi from getting these fierces off.
There you go, he's going to try and build momentum here and get a conversion into the Tatsu, then gets the crouching fierce into the Hashigeki. But because it wasn't an amplified one, he couldn't get a combo, so Seoul did that delay tech. Let's see if he can take this round though. Throw loop, you might as well do one more. Yeah, he might as well do one more. And Seoul thought the exact same thing. And there's that DP. He might actually lose the game. If he gets this right, he might actually lose the damn game. Are you done? Oh, I think he's done. No. Still alive. He's still alive.
With the poison on him?
I think he's just about alive. Good lord, he risked that all on the group. Oh, and he's just about alive. There you go, burnt out. One Nightshade will do it, but he's got to be careful. Oh! He tried to slide into the DMs, and he said no.
I mean, that was incredible patience coming from Kusanagi's end right there. But again, beautiful play from Seoul. I do feel like this is an uphill battle for Kusanagi right now.
You say that, but if this goes to one apiece, it's going to be a lot different in terms of that mental state for both these players right now. Gets the crouching fierce knockdown here as well. But one clean hit from Seoul and we're done. One clean hit here from Seoul and we're done. But there's too much scaling on this. And he's going to do the reset into the entrapment command grab because he knew the combo was going to scale. And he gets a solid 2-0 victory against Falcon's own Kusanagi. And that just continues to leave
on that sequence, and I'm wondering how he's going to apply it to ANGRYBIRD, because ANGRYBIRD I think is a very, very aggressive offensive player. He's not going to stay grounded to allow you to do that to him.
Well, I was talking about this with Yipes and Ringe yesterday. ANGRYBIRD's player psychology is some of the best we'll see in Street Fighter 6 because he knows what you want to do when you want to do it. And like you said and pointed it out yesterday, raw drive rush into crouching light punch, Juninho loves that. Space in the stand, heavy kick for the meaty, he loves to do that. He also likes to do his crouching medium punch into drive rush cancel. So he's very excessive and aggressive with drive rush. So we'll see how ANGRYBIRD decides to shut that down, or maybe he'll just allow it to go, make him burn himself out.
100%. And you can see how well they have studied each other, because this round literally started off with JUNINHO-RAS doing a dry rush and ANGRYBIRD immediately reacting with an ODDP. They have been watching the tapes against each other.
Or maybe they have, maybe they haven't, but that's going to be a conversion to the Flash Knuckle across the screen. But he will do a Vulcan Blast to send him full screen to buy him some time to recover some drive gauge. And if he can just play it safe with the Sand Blast at the moment, he hasn't got anything to worry about.
No whiff punish there, but he is buffering. Okay.
There was a DP, it didn't come out. I think he wanted the DP and a stand light punch, so that was very fortuitous there for JUNINHO, because if that was a roundhouse that connected, he was done.
Yeah, no, that was going to be a fat damage coming from ANGRYBIRD's end, but again, luckily enough, the stand jab does anti-air. Nice frame sequence, not a frame trap coming from JUNINHO-RAS there.
Okay, lovely conversion into the run Shoryuken here. There's a throw. What are we going to build on this?
Okay. Look at that spacing coming from ANGRYBIRD. What? The delayed drive rush, too.
Like I said, he's very excessive with his drive rush. And it almost feels sometimes that he doesn't burn himself out as much as I would expect him to, with how often he relies on the drive system, you know?
It is very interesting because I think his play is a bit similar to Noah's. He just doesn't burn out as often. I'm trying to see where he gets his meter build back.
By waiting around and applying pressure. Remember, aggression gets heavily rewarded in this game. No throw. Oh, there's a throw there from ANGRYBIRD. One more should do the trick. But he's not going to overexert himself. Nope. Wasn't going to work. The only way to get out of that was going to cancel into a level 3. But I don't think most players are used to that scenario yet after a drive rush cancel.
Yeah, and also,
oh,
no punish there. Jabs didn't connect to the punish, the throw. Okay, sprinkling with a lot of light chains. I wonder if ANGRYBIRD's going to realize that JUNINHO, was able to sprinkle enough to get the burnout on ANGRYBIRD.
If JUNINHO can get a level 3, this is a good spot for him. Yeah, I'm trying to see if ANGRYBIRD would press a heavy or something, and he reacted to the charge Flash Knuckle with a Shoryu rep part. Yeah, he's scratching his head because that's a bad choice, and he's burnt out. And ANGRYBIRD, it's not going to be a freebie, but it's going to be difficult. And that would have been the sickest Flash Knuckle of the tournament. But he's going to get a Pale Rider here to replenish as much dry gauge as possible here, Sherry. He's still in a tough spot.
Tough spot, but he did even out the health just a little bit. And if he's able to keep ANGRYBIRD from not being offensive, he is going to get his meter back. But no, the Should Be Fierce is going to take it, but it's not enough to kill.
Watch out for the DI if he even tries to threaten it here, ANGRYBIRD. But he's just going to do another grab, and that's going to close it out for game 1 here. Now, JUNINHO, like you said, statistically speaking, he's in a very interesting position. If I was him, I'd go for the dub, but losing to ANGRYBIRD is not a bad thing.
Why?
Because he has a better chance of beating his other opponent. I think so from watching these matches.
Wouldn't you want to just win the both sets?
That's idealistic.
Ideally,
if he wins this, yes, but if he loses this, it's not the end of the world.
Gotcha. Okay, it's okay to lose to ANGRYBIRD if anything.
Jumps out of the corner, but going to take a punish in general. A nice little meaty Dragon Lash there from ANGRYBIRD. But almost going with a suppressor there.
Tried to be a little cheeky with that suppressor.
See, ANGRYBIRD has somehow managed to get JUNINHO-RAS out of his comfort zone, not being as belligerent as he was before. Because like I said, ANGRYBIRD knows what you want to do and when you want to do it. His defense is some of the best.
Ooh, he did try to sneak in just to get invisible frames on the ODDP, but the level 1 super coming from Luke, it actually takes a while for it, and ANGRYBIRD got caught by the
because he wanted to use the projectile invincibility. And there you go, almost get burnt out here. He can actually stun him. Yeah, that was a bad choice there from JUNINHO. This is guaranteed. Yeah, it's guaranteed. A solid 2-0 victory here to ANGRYBIRD against JUNINHO-RAS. Again, he's had a great 2 days here, but you do not want to ruin.
Exactly, close but no cigar. What a great metaphor or line. Whatever the terminology is for that.
No, I think you're right. I think that's been the best way to describe LEXX's gameplay today, and we should be able to get the names switched around for you guys, because I promise you I've never seen LEXX play Ryu in my life.
I would love to see that though. But Kusanagi starting it off with a jump fierce from the beginning, and again, we talked about this earlier. Is there, you know, you are from Europe, you are from across the pond. Does Kusanagi play with a all the time? Is that his guile practice?
Not all the time, but a fair bit. There's a number of guys that he used to practice against a fair bit. So he is more than comfortable. You can talk about the game with not only just the Kainu, but the other French players as well. These guys get in the Discord and chat about this stuff all the time. So this is one of the more comfortable matchups. Statistically speaking, because these guys are 5th and 6th, whatever happens here, I don't think it's going to be a change of results anywhere else. So So this is just a game for pride at this point.
Pride and a little bit of money. I think wherever you land up in pools, there is like a small, small difference, right?
1500 handshake, $1,500 handshake.
And just speaking on that, so Lex, you know, he's been in the UK for about a year now. Does he have any Ryu practice outside of Kusanagi, or do these players actually play each other a lot?
Ending Walker. Ending Walker, you bump into Kusanagi online. There's other solid Ryu players you can jump in on ranked, but he's been obviously practicing the Bison a lot more. But this is a matchup he should be, on paper, super comfortable with. Gets that space bazooka knee into the Dragon suplex.
For sure. He can kind of see how Lex is playing way more aggressive now because Kusanagi was burnt out, but Kusanagi lives long enough to get his meter back. There's the ODTB just to get the pressure off of him. Solar Plexus walks up with the Crouch Fierce, stealing his turn back.
All right, not looking good here for Kusanagi because that's what I mean. He needed something to happen, and that might do the trick. It's not the CA version. Not bad. And there's the chip.
It was kind of a checkmate situation. It would have been really, like, it would have to have been Lex messing up in order for Kusanagi to come back in that situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, from the jump, it just feels like Kusanagi's just been out of character, and he's just been trying to find these little pockets of inspiration just for himself, you know, just to build up on it. Again, but against this group, and the characters in this group, it's like, you be reckless. They'll let you know about it.
Yeah, 100%. When you're playing on the big stage here against all these pro players, like, you literally have no room to make a mistake because you would rely on the other players to make a mistake too, and that rarely happens.
And I do think in this matchup, Ryu needs the Denjin charge to make the fireball a little bit more comfortable, mixing in with the parries as well, but you're not always going to get the perfect parry. And he gets a Hashigeki there, trying to burn down that drive gauge.
I mean, I was going to say, when Lex played against Angrybird, I think Angrybird got all the perfect parries.
I know, right? Just how you're feeling on the day.
But Lex just sprinkling the neutral with a couple mediums here and there just to stop Kusanagi from trying to approach with the fierce.
He's trying to get the stand fist drive rush cancelled, but he's always trying to whip punish. I want him to try and whip punish with a sweep. Yeah. I really want, there's a couple of moves Lex has been whiffing, and I want you to build your confidence back by just getting the whip punish. Don't get the maximum damage, just get a sweep, get a knockdown, and we'll build from there. Because you need to tell yourself, I can still do this.
Yeah, definitely. And that solar plexus, I think he was trying to do it preemptively early just to catch a heavier button coming from Lex, but unfortunately gets whiff punish. And as you mentioned, Kusanagi is going to try to find his way to kind of fight through this neutral. And I think sweeps are a great idea.
They're a great start, I promise you that. There's a perfect parry there on the crouching meeting kick, and he will get a lovely conversion. Into that flash kick there is Lex. Kusanagi, again, is just going on out of the frying pan and into the fire here, and he's going to try and throw him, maybe not.
No, Lex is kind of staying at the safe range right now. What a punish counter.
That is -6 on block, I believe, that back kick. So lovely stand light kick there, but unfortunately to no avail because the Sonic Hurricane should close out this round and put Cloud9's Lex at match point here. Kusanagi, man, we need to turn this around.
You really do. I don't know what it is. He started off the first round with jump fierce and it worked really well for him. Maybe he needs to introduce a bit more jumps. That's kind of how JUNINHO-RAS got the upper hand on Lex. A lot of jump heavies.
And there's a stand heavy kick there. Couldn't get the cancel from that standing light kick because I know he's very good at getting that special cancel on the stand light kick into the flash kick. Normally, Lex. Hey, there we go.
Messed up the timing. Gets counter hit by the wake up jab.
Yeah, see, he tried to get the hurt box there that extends on the Sonic Blade, but didn't quite get it. I think Kusanagi's just going to have to throw everything in the kitchen sink at this point. A jump, a DI, something. Talk to me.
Maybe just a raw dry rush. He hasn't even introduced that into this match yet.
Nah, because if Lex catches out the crouching medium punch, he's finished. Yeah,
okay.
And you see, he was trying. Anything he was trying to do from a crouching medium punch, drive rush, cancel. But this is a very good position here for Kusanagi because he's got Lex in burnout.
And Lex is in the corner. We're going to see... Okay, overhead.
Whee! And there you go. Gonna get that overhead reset. The French love that as well, right? And when you do a overhead combo, the second hit, it's not scaled.
Oh.
So because it says at 100% and Ryu's back fierce is a heavy attack,
yeah,
it's just massive damage. He's got one of the more damaging overhead combos in the game because of that.
Yeah, 100%. Ryu hits like a truck, and there it is. Okay, we're starting to see the perfect parries. We're starting to see the sweeps as a punish.
There you go. Throwing out that stand fist with malicious intent. Let's see if we can pile on some throws here, but he's going to try and get Lex another way. Couldn't get the conversion because if that connected, he probably would have been able to close this one out. So he only has Shin Hashigeki to work with here, but he's going to get a nice little three-piece into light Hashigeki. This is what I'm talking about. Slowly regaining his stride. I think he's reminded himself. There you go. What you called out in the very first game, Sherry. Kusanagi's done it again. Fantastic. He's finding his rhythm again.
Yeah, definitely looking way more comfortable in the neutral, especially introducing more OD fireballs just to combat the Sonic Boom too. He's kind of in a tough spot right now because this is where LEXX wants him to be. But we're seeing a bit more movement coming from Kusanagi's end. But what an OD flash kick through the fireball.
There you go. Starting to find the cues to get those perfect parries and land that colossal damage output. We know Ryu 4 charges the Denjin. That should be the round here. Let's see how he goes with this one. There you go. Always love a good extended Ryu combo here. And boy, is the shoe on the other foot now, Sherry.
So quickly. And just the dry rush with the Sand Medium Punch. Landing the hit on LEXX and looking like a small deficit. It is looking kind of strong for Kusanagi right now.
Well, LEXX can still turn this around, but like you said before, he needs to regain control of the neutral and then put himself in these conducive positions to try and take it away. But he needs to be careful what version of Sonic Boom he's throwing, because remember, Kusanagi is trying to get that perfect parry into the jump again.
And you see how many times he's attempted to parry the Sonic Booms. Once he gets the next perfect, I think he will do another jump roundhouse if LEXX wants to introduce the Sonic Booms again.
Drive rushes in. Gonna get a throw, build on that, and then good block, but he'll try it again if you're not careful.
Okay, counter hit, conversion. Are we going? Yep, we're dumping all into the level 3.
Oh, this is a big choice. This is a very big choice here from LEXX. Let's see if Crossfire Somersault takes us to the final round, and it will do so. Very good. That must have been the exact calculated damage, because I wasn't sure, especially with the combo starter, if that was going to take the round there, Sherry.
From the counter hit?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I mean, that super is a very disrespectful super. He has his boot to your chin. It feels like it should kill you.
Hey, this is why LEXX is the pro and I'm not. Drive rushes in.
Okay, we're seeing a lot more low fours coming from LEXX just to stop Kusanagi's approach from moving forward on him.
Well, I think LEXX is going to have to try and do a drive rush at some point to switch. Yeah, there you go, switch it up. It's because he was doing the Sonic Booms too much, and he's like, okay, let me just confirm you're trying to look for that perfect parry timing. But like we said, keep changing up the Sonic Boom speeds to throw off Kusanagi's game. There.
Okay, recovered enough, but gets clipped by the Fierce again. This is where Kusanagi shines. He's going to burn LEXX out.
Not quite. He's going to replenish his own drive.
Right.
Don't worry. Don't worry, I got you. I got you.
The names are switched. I got confused. My bad. Okay. Nice bait on the parry there.
There's a bait, crouching fierce anti-air. Right, someone's going to have to do a Hail Mary here. Solid Puncher is activated. There's the drive reversal to force the burnout here. Kusanagi has got nothing in the tank, so this might be a checkmate situation. And there's the stun. And that is going to be the end of Kusanagi's journey here in CAPCOM Cup, because that was his only game of the day. And unfortunately, this might actually determine it. We will see here, second and third place. This is just a hypothetical, of course, because Soul does have to play Angry Bird. Angry Bird's going to be, he's going to be more focused on this than his game at the moment anyway.
Because this is going to determine whether or not he makes it out in winners or losers.
Now, this is what I was saying about before when Juninho lost to Angry Bird. It's like, that's not idealistically what we want, but it's fine because this is the game you want to win.
Yes, you need to win.
Well, right now he's off to a poor start here, but good raw drive rush punish into the stand, light punch there from SHUTO. So I'm hoping JUNINHO-RAS doesn't play super reckless, because like you said, he's gone up against the titans of this group, and these guys don't blink twice when it comes to punishing things.
Not at all. Yep, and that was a nerf that was introduced before, just so you can't escape, but nice block coming from SHUTO. Lots of damage, especially with the Adamant Flame starter.
Okay.
That was checkmate.
And there you go. He's going to get the Ocho throw. And this is my concern about JUNINHO-RAS, because the two people that can exploit his bad habits, he's had to fight them today. Yep. Because if you put yourself in burnout prematurely, well, listen, they're some of the best in the world. They'll show you why it's not a good idea. So he's going to have to rethink his drive gauge management here, Sherry.
Definitely. I do think this might be a little bit easier for JUNINHO-RAS versus Angry Bird, mainly because I think SHUTO as a player likes to play a bit slower too. But Akuma, I mean, I played Akuma for a little bit too. I think significant, and as you mentioned, he burned himself out just to get this damage, and he's doing a Noah right now. He has to stay on the offense because it's not a good look for him if he ends up being on the defense like he is now.
Well, that should have been a cross-cut DP, but he's not going to do the Sip of Calamity yet because Shuto wants to get rid of him. He wants to get rid of him, but what Juninho needs to be careful is that stand light kick or that stand light punch drive rush cancel. Please do not whiff a button because he's waiting for it.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh,
instead of
my
Shuto
word!
Who whiffs the button into the level 3. What?
That's going to be fine.
Yeah,
That's completely fine. Don't worry about it.
You know what? We don't have to be optimal. It's whatever ends the round, and that was enough to end the round.
Well, he's going to be at a temporary disadvantage, as I like to call it, because he had to exhaust his super gauge here, and because he's been going into burnout quite frequently to suspend his own drive gauge. Shuto has identified that. He's put in a bad spot. There's one grab. Let's see if he comes in again.
I mean, this is, again, this is what I can appreciate, the homework that is done against these players, because Shuto literally started the round with walk back, just in case, I think, if Juninho wanted to do the dry rush crouch jab. Made it with the perfect parry coming in from JUNINHO-RAS, is able to get the offense started on Shuto.
Backs away here again. These guys got to be very careful. Can't whiff another button, JUNINHO-RAS, or he's going to lose the game. If you whiff a button, you're going to lose the game. There's a throw. He knows it as well. Perfect parries through the Sandblaster as well. Shuto hasn't really used a Demon Flip yet either. Again. Oh, there it is. He's done the guillotine, but...
No punish on the Sandblast recovery there.
Careful.
Recovered in time.
Careful. Yeah, backing away. Just giving JUNINHO-RAS some false intelligence. I think he can play some neutral.
Okay.
Oh, that could have been it. That was a drive rush cancel. There's the anti-air. And that is going to be the game. It's going to be scaled, but I don't think it matters.
No, not at all.
Oh!
Wait. That
Yo!
does matter. Wow.
Okay. And that's going to be the round anyway because the chip sequence into the Adamant Flame does it. So, yes, if Akuma, I believe, there's a couple of characters where if they do an anti-air at the start of the combo, the next hit will scale to like 80-70%.
Got it.
So I wasn't quite sure there. But then, of course, what was interesting was the fact that Juninho decided to jump there as if he hasn't been anti-aired several times before that.
It's true, but JUNINHO-RAS is the jump god to me. That's how he did so well against LEXX and all the other matchups he's played up so far against Seoul. It was a lot of jump fierces, a lot of jump heavies that clicked because he does have that good timing. And honestly, that DP coming from Shuto after trying to play the neutral on the ground, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but that was an incredible DP coming in from Shuto as an anti-air.
Well, it was good confidence as well because the super turns from like a 8-frame super to a 2-frame super if you connect from a DP. That's why he gets the cinematic here.
Yeah.
But off to another exhilarating start here is Shuto, and there is the throw bait. Juninho can't afford to do another throw tech. I don't think he can DP either. Yeah, he can't. No way. That was an expensive, safe way to get out of the corner, but...
Okay. Trying to find a way to do offense here, but he is spending a lot of meter on the drive rushes. They're not connecting, so he's not getting a lot of mileage using his drive meter.
Sandblast at the moment. Watch out for the perfect parry. Yeah, watch out for the perfect parry. He's not going to get the kill. Oh, this is huge. This is massive. And he squandered the opportunity. Oh, Juninho, he squandered the opportunity. What is going on?
Tried to be a little too optimal there with the back roundhouse.
Dude, just do stand fierce or crouch fierce. Don't make life hard. It's hard enough as it is. VI.
Okay. Nice parry there.
Don't burn yourself out, please no. Oh, and he walked into a very up-close Hadouken there from Shuto, and he's looking to book his place into the top 16 because this result will help him, hypothetically speaking, at this point anyway.
Yeah, that parry worked out really well in JUNINHO-RAS' favor.
Terrible.
Yeah, that was not a well-spaced roundhouse coming from JUNINHO-RAS.
Oh, that was
awful.
punished. Hang on a minute here. Juninho's got to be very careful, and again a whip punish with that light kick. Juninho's got one or two more choices to make before it's not going to be his destiny. Is not in his hands, and he's going to have to cancel until a level 3. He's going to have to do the level 3.
100%, yep. You're going to get that drive meter back because you don't want to be close to burnout. And you get put into a situation, are you actually going to do a meaty on Shuto here?
You can, but Shuto does have access to Raging Demon. I'd be careful about the drive rush cancel Demon if I were you.
Like the perfect parry here.
Yeah, do you know what? He thought the Demon was coming. Yeah, and he's going to combo into the Raging Demon anyway. And we are going to get Shuto getting that 2-0 victory and getting closer to that top 16. He's done all he can here.
Yep.
That's what he's done. So now we need to find out via Angry Bird going against.
Start for Seoul. But once he had that performance against Shuto, he's been cooking. Like the way that he played against Kusanagi, cooking. And again, another Shoto.
Here's the thing, he's got to be careful because Angry Bird likes to play Broski a lot, religiously, online, whenever they get together at events, offline as well. So he's actually well versed in this matchup. He actually mixes between Ken and the Kuma, but he said in this environment today, it will strictly be the Ken.
I think it makes a bit more sense when I did talk to other players on, you know, whether or not you would play Kuma in this matchup, because I was talking about, you know, the recap from Shuto versus Soul. And I do think Ken is a better pick because he also has more health, generally speaking, and Aki does a lot of damage, especially when you are poisoned.
There's a drive reversal there against the EX Cruel Fate just to keep the positional advantage there for Angry Bird, and there, that should be good damage here for Angry Bird.
Yeah, and we watched the earlier matches when Soul was playing. When he was playing against JUNINHO-RAS, he actually struggles against being rushed down. And I think that is a style that works very, very well for Angry Bird. So if he's able to keep the offense on, I don't think Soul's going to have a chance.
Well, what's happening I'm noticing right now is he's disciplined on defense to not tech when Angry Birds initiate offense, but where his throws are whiffing is where he needs the throw to kind of turn things around, and Angry Birds punishing him for that. So Soul's got to be very careful because Aki is still susceptible to throws, and we're about to be shown that right now on defense.
Yeah. As every character in this game. But what a crouch short from Soul. Just a counter hit, built some space between himself and Angry Bird. Okay, side switch. We are going to get full damage combo.
I'm not sure about this, but I know he's on Tainted Talons to drop the puddle round so it can stay around a little bit longer. Yeah. Get that burnout here. Let's see if Angry Bird is actually going to do a Hail Mary level 3 or convert into it somehow, because Angry Bird is very difficult to stun when he's in burnout.
Okay, Soul so ready with the anti-air, but look at all the poison just slowly depleting his health. Stuck in the corner.
That should be the round.
Yep, into the level 1.
There you go, gonna have to spend it. Deadly implication, doing the work here, exhausting the options. Now this is a character where it's like you squeeze every bit of damage out because the reward is there. And like you said, the Toxic Blossom tacking on the poison there, it helps substantially.
And he did have to spend 3 bars just to get that, but we do see Soul, he was able to build another super bar.
Hey, sometimes what you do, because long combos help with super meter build, so if you have to do that and help build the bar for the next round, it's a good investment. Good interruption there.
Okay, this is kind of where Aki shines, right? When you have your opponent in burnout, there's a lot of plus frames coming your way.
Yeah, but Angry Bird's experiencing this situation, and again, you block, he's going to get his complete recovery there on the drive gauge. DI, this is huge. This is massive here for Soul if he can take this game 1. You go for the safe jump? No. I think he should have gone for a safe jump there. He hasn't tested Angry Bird yet, Sherry.
I think he messed up the timing there, actually, and actually gets back there into the corner, but it's not too bad.
Watch out for Run Shoryuken. Oh, wait, he's going to burn him out.
Yeah.
He will burn him out. Good spot
So
here,
smart.
but again, please be careful of Run Shoryuken or anything.
Wait.
Oh.
Okay.
He hasn't got any. He's only got level 1, and that's not going to work, yeah? He got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
He got overwhelmed, and because he wanted to actually force the burnout with that Super Art 2 before, you think Angry Bird is not going to be as belligerent as can be to get right back into the dogfight there and try and take that. That was such a close game 1 there.
That really was, I think it's Angry Bird who went to character select just to take a break. But I actually think Soul, that was such a smart level 2. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get, like, Angry Bird was not deterred from getting in, because a lot of players, when you're poisoned, you kind of do want to back off. But Angry Bird was like, no, I am in there. He is going in there and started doing a whole bunch of Jin Rise just to apply the pressure and snuck in that Dragon Lash just to steal his plus frames back.
Well, here's the thing as well. You have to understand that it's very easy to close the distance between you and an opponent this game. So utilizing that level 2 to force a burnout, it's good on the surface. Beyond that, that was a very big decision that led to him losing the game. That was actually a big catalyst towards that. So.
Yeah, it was a catalyst, but I think it was just he just wanted to even himself out with his own burnout as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying he just didn't look beneath the surface because he wanted the burnout, right? You have to understand, looking long-term, Angry Bird had the resources, but... Right, let's see what happens here. Wow, okay, gets right back in there, misses the shin kick from the Jinrai.
Okay, Soul fighting his way out of the corner right now. Nice cancel, did have to use some drive meter to get out of the corner and escape.
Okay, Dragon Lash there for the side switch. There's the throw. He can get another throw in there if he wants to, but he's trying to get into tech. He's not teching, dude.
No bite on the shimmy. Does get caught by the OD poison ball, whatever it's called. Okay, escapes.
Low, and that's not going to be dead just yet. Careful! Fireball trap, and he wasn't expecting it. He did the neutral jump. Angry Bird said, let me run in and burn your skirt real quick.
Yeah, unfortunately, checkmate situation for Soul because that run DP was coming regardless for the chip. Okay.
Good block, good block. He hasn't been hit by many of those EX Shoryukens in this set, so he's had a very good opening against Angrybird in that regard. That's +3 on block there, that drive rush crouch heavy kick in that scenario.
Oh, no punish on the whiffed roundhouse anti-air though. They feeling each other out.
There you go.
That stand short into DI was so far away. Enough to connect in the corner though and get the wall splat.
Hey man, it's one of Angrybird's signature techniques, especially in the heat of the moment in a set like this, and he's going to build on this. What is Sol going to do? Is he going to backdash or do a drive reversal? Oh, he just waits again. Oh, brother. And that's going to be it. Angrybird is going to take the victory, a solid 2-0, which means he should be top of the group and get into winner's side top 16 for tomorrow there. My man doing the business, because remember, he